Hiya! I just wanted to do a little video on my ideal newborn nappy stash. It's taken me a while to do this because I've sort of changed my mind a couple of times, but my little boy is 3.5 months old now, so I think I've got a pretty good grasp on what I feel would be the right way to do it the next way around. For me, obviously this is just based on my experience, and everyone has very different experiences with cloth nappies. So the first thing would be absolutely hands down the best, and if I was on a tight budget I would only use these and covers. So these are newborn Prefolds. The ones that I have are the blueberry bamboo ones, which I think they're stopping now, but I'm sure there are lots of others on the market. So I would personally have 12 of these, which is how many I had anyway in my stash. And when he was little I just used to snappy them on. I think when he was first born I had to even fold it down at the front, they're so teeny. So yeah, it was just snappy on. Cover wise, because obviously you need a waterproof cover to go over, I would have 3 of these. I'd have 6 covers altogether basically, because sometimes obviously that you can wipe them in between and reuse them, but they go through a phase of just pooping all the time so you might not be able to. So I think 6 is a good number. Some people, if I was just using Prefolds, I might have like 8 to 10 even, to be honest, and 24 Prefolds or something, or 30 Prefolds actually, if I was only using Prefolds, but I'm not. So anyway, sorry. So 3 blueberry capri size 1 wraps. These are fantastic. They fit up to 16 pounds. He still fits in them now at 3.5 months, which is great. And they've just got the flaps inside, so when he was a bit older I just used to tri-fold the Prefold and put them in, which is what I do now actually. Doesn't last as long now because obviously he's bigger, but still lasts, a good couple of hours, sometimes 3, sometimes 4 actually. So yeah, I'd have 3 of those, and then I'd have 2 of these. I think overall these are my second favourite cover after the capris, the blueberry capris. This is the Rumparoo's newborn cover. I really like this one. It's lovely and soft. It feels soft against his skin. It is just a bit bunchy, if that you can see it is, and it's got like just what's it called, elastic everywhere. Like it just really bunches up. But once you've got the Prefold in there, it's brilliant. And when I used to tri-fold the Prefold, I actually preferred this cover over that one. So they're both really good covers. So yeah, 2 of those, 3 of those. And I also would stick to, which is what I do at the moment, having a what's this, a flip cover, a Bum Genius flip cover. I have this in the nappy bag, so in my change bag, so it's just like a spare one. But the reason that it's not like in my sort of normal daytime stash is just purely because it hasn't got the double gussets. These have both got the double gussets, and I know a lot of people don't have any problems with it, but I honestly did have a couple of poos sort of leak out, and I never did with these, like literally never. They would always get caught on the first gusset, so I don't know if it's just my particular little boy's fit or consistency, but anyway, but this is still really reliable, and it also fits, again, it fit my little boy from birth, and it fits up till they're really big because it's got the poppers in it, and it's just really small as well. And it sounds silly, but it's bigger obviously than these, but it's thinner, so you can kind of get it really diddy and pop it in your change bag. And I just use it as a spare, and then if I run out, like just normally I take it out of my change bag and use it obviously, so I'd still go ahead and have one of those. I would also, which I had anyway, next time round, still have 10 bamboo terry flats. You could just get cotton terry, but I always go for bamboo because I like extra absorbency. So 10 of these. Now these are really useful. In the early days I did actually use them. I can't remember what the fold's called. I think it's the kite fold, yeah, where you kind of go like that. You go like that. This is not very neat with one hand. That's Felix in the background, by the way. Any little noises. And you do it a lot neater than this, but then you bring it up and then you snappy it round. And when he was first born, only for the first couple of weeks to be honest, I used it, and I used them all because they just go through so many nappies. So I'd get 10 of these, I think these are from Nature Babies, but I got the 40 centimetres. I'd actually get the 50 centimetres next time around. I'm not going to bother changing it for me, but if I was recommending, I'd say the 50 centimetres because these were so tiny. But they're really handy, which is what I use them for now, at just kind of in between the change. You've taken a dirty nappy off, you've like cleaned the bum, and you're just preparing the next nappy. Just pop it over the top of them, and then if they go, which they do all the time in the early days, it just, obviously catches the wee. So they're really handy for that, and burp rags if you want to use them for that and things. But I just use them on our change mat. Okay, the next thing are one of my favourite newborn nappies, Blueberry Newborn Simplex. I would get 3 of these next time round. I only had one this time. I really love this nappy. I've done a review on it already, so I won't say too much about it. But basically, I'm confident that it would have fit him from birth, and it still fits him now at 3.5 months. So I think that's a pretty sound investment for a newborn nappy. All the other newborn nappies, every single other newborn nappy, all in one this is, that I bought, he grew out of at 2.5 months, or sometimes even 3 weeks, some of them. So, this is worth the money. It's probably like a couple of pounds more expensive than some of the other brands, but for me, it's so worth it. So worth it. So yeah, he's still wearing this now. I do boost it, but it's easy enough to boost. Okay, next. Sorry, I'm just looking on my computer because I made a list. All right, yeah. I don't know why I don't just look in front of me. They're all here. Next is I'd get 5 of these AppleCheeks, size 1. I didn't have these from newborn, so I can't 100% say they would have fit in, but looking at the fit reviews online and the fit on other babies and the fact that I had a nearly £9 baby, I'm pretty sure they would have fit in. So, and this is the reason for putting these in the newborn stash, is that I'm sure they would have fit him from birth, and they still fit him now, and they fit up to £20. So £20, like they fit a bigger baby, so they can fit like up to a year old, or even more for skinnier babies. Depends on the shape of your baby, really. Even some 2-year-olds I see in size 1 AppleCheeks. So I just think they're really cute because they're frilly, so look cute on a baby. You can either stuff them, or you can put, they do these inserts, which are, the one that I got was the bamboo insert, and I just fold it into 4, and I just pop it on top because I can't be bothered to stuff it. But you can stuff them, and I have stuffed them, and they do agitate out in the wash without needing to unstuff them. And I think that's a really important thing for me personally with newborn nappies, is I don't want pocket nappies that have to stuff, unstuff and things like that, because the poo everywhere, it just gets everywhere. It's not like toddler poo, that's just like our poo, it's just so different. So the least amount of time you can spend touching it or go near it is better, really. So I'd go with these. I'd go with 5 of the AppleCheeks size 1, and I would use the 2-ply bamboo inserts that you can buy with them. And at the moment, I'm just laying them on top because, like I said, I can't be bothered stuffing them, although they do agitate out in the wash, so you don't have to unstuff them. And again, with this one, you don't have to unstuff it, so hence why those 2 are in my newborn stash. Okay. The other newborn nappy that I've done a review on is the Totspots Teeny Fit. That was a wonderful nappy. The Blueberry Newborn and the Totspots, they were kind of my 2 favourite in my stash. The reason the Totspots Teeny Fit hasn't ended up in this kind of ideal newborn stash is purely because it only lasted till he was 2.5 months, and I just want to get my money's worth out of them. I'd like them to last 6 to 12 months. I know that sounds like a really long time, but apart from obviously the Prefolds, I know that the newborn Prefolds won't last that long. But anything that I spend, 10, 15, 20 pounds on, you want it to last longer than a couple of months. So, but having said that, I would have 3 or maybe even 4 or 5 of the Totspots Teeny Fits in my stash for definite if I was going to have a small baby, if I was kind of quite sure that I was going to have a small baby. So sort of bear that in mind, because I still think it's a really good nappy, and I would, my firstborn was £7, and I would definitely have loved it on him. So it's still there, and to be honest, if I get pregnant again and there's a really cute print in the Tot Spots Teeny Fit, I'll definitely get it. I know I will. So yeah, so that's everything. The other sort of nappy that I would kind of recommend is having a few of these, which are the medium Prefolds, and these are really good for overnights, just snapping them on and then putting a one size cover over. But I'll probably go through that in a separate video. Hello, darling. He's getting a bit noisy, so I'll have to go and see him. But yeah, I've totted up the total, and it comes to £250 around about that, which is a lot for a newborn stash. A lot. And you can do it a lot cheaper than that. If you were to just go for like the 24 or maybe 30 Prefolds and some covers, you could do it for around £100, I would think. And that's probably the most economical way of doing it. But I do cloth because I love it and it's pretty and I don't mind spending a bit extra on it. So it just depends what your motivation is. Okay, cheers. Bye.